So, Dr. Kelej, I would like to thank you very much for what the partnership has brought to our people, more especially to us here in Zimbabwe. Since we started working together from 2019, I have seen, the foundations growing from strength to strength. And we have met several times in Dubai, where we also met with all the First Ladies in Africa. Yes, and we have exchanged information and engaged in so many ways that we feel our people should, how they can be alleviated in terms of poverty, in terms of health, in terms of education. We have done so much. And the partnership that we are in, I want to thank you so much that you put a lot of effort in my partnership with you to help Zimbabwe through my office. We have seen studies online in different organizations. We have the medical, we have journalists, we have artists, and those who are in poetry. And we've come up with books that have been given to schools to educate our young children about the COVID-19, and they were all dispersed and they were given to different schools, which we are also saying parents should also read those books so that they continue talking to their children when they go to school about COVID-19. We have three different books. We have the To-Do story, which is talking about the boy. And we have Rujeko story, talking about the girl child. And they're like an aunt, an auntie, both the foundations were saying, we have to look at these children and see what they're doing from growing up. And we are trying to bring up an upright person from the tender age. And we are more than a mother.
Yeah.
And me also, I'm more than a mother. Thank you very much. So, thank you.
It's very honored to have you as an ambassador of Merck Foundation, More Than a Mother campaign, and the effort you have done in the media and in platforms to break the stigma of fertility was amazing. Because every time I look in the Google and I find you have an article to encourage women and to break the stigma around them, and encourage them to go and get educated and have different purpose in life. So it's really amazing.
Thank you. I'm so happy that finally you came to Zimbabwe. And about the infertility program, we have gathered so many women. We didn't know that we have so many women who are in this program suffering. And it hits hard on women because they are labeled that they are the failure in a family where she is married. And she has suffered so much that she feels she's not a human being at all.
Yes.
With the treatment that she gets from.
Definitely.
Yes. But we have done some projects for them. We have brought them together where they have narrated the stories, what they've gone through, what they have eaten, what they have drank in order to have babies, which is all not correct.
Not correct.
Which also causing some more problems, healthy problems on them. So that's why you see today we have doctors, doctors from the Ministry of Health. And I'm happy that the Deputy Minister is here, the PEMSEC, and Dr. Bada. These are the hierarchy in the ministry, from the minister, where is the Deputy Minister, and the Permanent Secretary. And Dr. Bada, is part of our technical team. And we are happy that what our people have learned in terms of health, they have gone through the diabetes, the oncology, everything. They have learned from various universities abroad.
Yes.
And they have put a lot of effort to pass,
Yes.
And we have journalists, we have also written, and we have also advocating for this infertility.
And join also master class.
Yes, also. And they are also taking part in awareness programs. So we are saying the journalists also, they are the mouthpiece of what is happening in families. And we thank you very much, and that they should learn and practice and also give the awareness programs around the country. Yes.
Yes, I was a champion.
This is
Yeah,
champions.
yes.
So we are so happy and grateful that you have come to Zimbabwe finally.
Yes.
And see where I come from. We always meet in Dubai, but this is where
And we met in Ghana. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
But you've never been in Zimbabwe.
This is the first time.
And this is where I come from when you see me in Ghana or Dubai.
Yes, it's beautiful. We will always come to you.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Thank
So
you.
I think the Deputy Minister or the Minister Secretary, this is now we are a family. So we are saying if you have something to say, just feel free because we have worked with the only that you have not yet met.
In Zimbabwe.
Yes. This is Dr. Kelej.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, Dr.Rasha. I think I met you yesterday and I found you quite charming and she was saying about looking at the courses that we are churning out. Say in diabetes, I was telling you that we have lots of diabetes in our statistics. By 2005, we had almost 10% of the population in diabetes. Do research now, it might be 20%. But from 1966 to 1980, diabetes prevalence, Your Excellency, that is 0.4% of the papers. And from 80 to 95, it was about 5%. From 95 to 2005, it's 10%. So it's growing because of this ended migration. And like you rightfully said, I was looking at the doctors doing this under physicians, which means there was a big gap in diabetes management. And in reproductive health, diabetes plays a huge part, such that I was saying to you, we could write a paper actually, because Your Excellency, most key children who get born with spina bifida or other defects, the mothers are usually diabetic. Yeah, and diabetic people have got 20% or 20 times chances of developing cancer than non-diabetics. So this disease needs to be managed properly because we at this rate, in actual fact, we didn't have any diabetologists. I think I was the first one for some time. But with all this coming, clinics can be opened even in rural areas and everyone looks after. And then we come to reproductive health and excellence. You can see that we do not have even maybe one or two guys are trying IVF fertilization in women because there are lots of them who are suffering. And like you said, their first thought of call the traditional healer or the hospital or someone somewhere. They go into places where they are told, jump into this pool, do that, go to this area, things will be better. So I think it's a very wonderful course that reproduction, because in our culture, it's only the woman who is infertile.
Yes.
Or in our
Which is
culture.
incorrect.
Incorrect.
No, he said yesterday 70% are due to.
But if
it's
you check
50.
statistics,
Yes,
Yeah.
it's 50.
if you check proper statistics, if you get 100 couples who are infertile, about 70% is the men.
But they don't talk about it.
No,
Yes.
no, no,
It all
no,
comes
no,
to the
no,
woman.
no,
Yes.
it's only the woman.
So you can see they
So,
pay the brand.
yeah. So I think at this rate, Your Excellency, things are going to change and we will have a big improvement. And these heart problems and all that will be much less the ones you are fighting for so that they can have these holes or whatever if their hearts closed. I'm sure it will be much better. And we are also going to help in the selection of doctors so that they are
Yes.
public institutions who can then help the public and to make sure there is access for the public to go through these courses. And we definitely encourage the doctors to go through their courses because we don't want people.
You know, it's around, we provided around 100 scholarships till now to doctors from Zimbabwe in many, many specialties, focusing mainly on reproductive sexual care, fertility, oncology, and also diabetes, endocrinology, and cardiovascular preventive, respiratory care, and acute care. There's other specialties also we are offering this year newly. So we are hoping that we get even more doctors. But this number of doctors is huge, and actually I'm very proud of the Zimbabwean doctors because they are the best performing in scholarships, which I like so much. Yes, they are correct. The least dropout, the highest grades. So I'm very proud of them. So this is really great. I'm looking forward to receive even more doctors from the public sectors. And thank you very much, Your Excellency, because I don't think at all without your interference we will get this number or this quality of doctors, and we will be able to participate in transforming patient care in Zimbabwe. We learned that we making history together. We trained the first fertility specialist, the first oncology specialist, we first respiratory care, maybe first diabetologist in the public sector, or endocrinologist, but I don't know, you correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe the biggest number of diabetologists in the public sector. So I hope that this really will make a difference, and I'm so proud of it.
I think it has already made the difference, because the uptake of the courses from our department of different departments is so much high that the performance also
is high. Yes,
it's high.
I'm so happy with that.
And also I want to thank the Minister of Health, Dr. Kelej. When we started this, that we want to train our people, they didn't really know how it was going to work. But they quickly grabbed the idea and also made sure that, okay, which doctors are going to participate in things like that. It didn't take time to them to say, where is this coming from? Is it going to materialize?
Yes.
Is it going to be?
They were not.
But no, they didn't know.
Yeah.
But they just jumped in.
They trust you. Yes.
And look to their way.
Yes. It's amazing success. It's amazing success. But I want also, I forgot to congratulate you in person. I congratulate you in online.
Yes, sorry.
I congratulate you online, but never
Oh, okay.
for the B.Sc.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you, Dr. Auxillia.
It's like the partnership that we are in. When the funds are out like this and everybody to see, that's when people realize there's something that is going on.
Yes.
When we are doing this, or when we started doing this, we didn't know that it's going to be like this. So that's the same like when India, I think they followed and saw what I was doing in this, what I'm doing in this. And then that will take me to get this PhD.
Wow.
So
Which university though?
Goenka University.
Goenka. That's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are saying what we are doing is something that hasn't, it must not be taken lightly.
No.
When our people are being educated by the Merck Foundation, it's not a job, but it's a helping our nation. It's helping our nation. And your coming here, they cemented what we have been doing since 2019.
I wanted to do that. I want to underscore our long-term commitment to you and to Zimbabwe and our partnership. And I want to thank you in person because we will never be able to do that without you. Because there's other examples of other countries that the first ladies are not engaged and we didn't do anything. We actually put out totally. Because the first lady is for us, a very first lady office is very important.
Exactly.
Because it's endorsed the program, make sure that it goes to the right hand and to the benefit go to the right people, which is very important for us. So to find you as engaged and committed to your country that way, even in the time, nobody will ask you. I mean, during Corona, nobody will ask you what you want because Corona, but you insisted to do and to make sure that we make a difference. And therefore we are celebrating our big success. Otherwise we'll be starting from zero.
Yes, and the fact that when we started, that's when COVID-19, some 2-3 months down the line, that's when it started.
Yes.
And because of the encouragement that we had, we
Yes.
were always talking on the phone, sending each other messages, and we say, what is happening?
Yes.
It encouraged me to go, in rural areas, educating the aged and also the disabled people, all those people in the rural areas, to say this disease has come. You're supposed to be following this and that. It is its protocols, which you should know and practice. and that has helped our rural folk big
Very
time.
much,
Very
because
much.
coronavirus proved the importance of
Yes.
health sector.
And I make sure that all our people in the rural areas got to know, and they knew how to prevent.
Yes.
And up to now, they know what they should do on COVID-19.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So
Yeah.
I would like to thank you very much for coming here. And also our students, I think they were saying, who is this Merck Foundation? These people have studied all this.
That goes, yeah. We have to see
Who is
this.
So finally today you are here.
Thank you.
And some of them, most of them are going to see you there.
Right.
And also in the partnership has also brought the education part of it. You know, scholarships that
Yes,
was
for
given
girls.
for girls.
Yes.
Now this year, like the time you have come, you highlighted in my office that you want the girl child.
Yes.
You're going to give some scholarships today
Yes.
to some four schools
Yes.
that we have chosen.
Yes.
Those who can't manage to pay fees and I worked with the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Higher and Tertiary Education. They have given us children who are performing so well, but
Wow.
they don't have means.
Not in vain. Yes. This is the main thing. Thank
So
you.
we've invited them and their parents. You will see them when we leave this room. They are waiting
Oh
for you.
my God, this is
And I
amazing.
think they are praying, and I think they are saying it's not going to change that all of a sudden. I know right now they are praying that it's not going to change, you know. So we say some of the parents will come, and then you talk to them
Yes.
how it is going to be. For a change, we want to see.
Yes, definitely. I'm here for you and for them. I wanted only to comment your excellency about the nurses because we mentioned we have training for oncology nurses. Unfortunately, we don't have training for other nurses, but the other nurses usually, like for example, diabetes nurses or endocrinology, they can be trained by a doctor because it's not sophisticated too much or very, very critical. I think the only two nurses that they are really critical to be trained specifically is oncology and emergency ICU, which I don't have for ICU, but I will look for something. But for oncology nurses, all the specialties of oncology we have. So we are ready for this, definitely. And another thing about diabetes, we have storybook about sugar-free, new one, for children.
Thank you very much.
You're
As much as the PS said, the permanent secretary said, this sugar-free, you know, it's like what we eat.
Yes.
You talked about our traditional food. What we eat also helps in, you know, these diseases. If the sugary food all the time also brings this, and the quantities. I was saying to Dr. The Deputy Minister some other time, Deputy Minister, what are you saying? Me, I eat a lot of pig, everything, plate is full. And he said, but Mama, look here, you need to have small quantities of what you eat. And I said, can you repeat? Me? He said, why? But this is too much sugar for you, it brings a lot of sugar. So, this is what we should talk to our people about. You know, I asked him to give me some notes on these NCDs, non-communicable diseases, and all this sugar involved. That when I go out there, I talk to our people, the signs and symptoms of what is it that you're feeling, how are you feeling?
Yes.
Can you tell what it is? So just telling them that if you feel like this, go to the doctor, go to the clinic, go to the hospital, be checked. Maybe you are over, you know what the doctors will recommend. Go and be checked your sugar, your BPs, you know, everything. So this is also another program that I also need to go around in our country, educating, you know, advocacy for the non-communicable diseases, you know, bilharzias and how they start. You know, I was in one of the, we went together in Kariba, when we met so many women who were like pregnant, you know, like pregnant women. So many. And I was saying to myself, how come all the women in their numbers being pregnant like this? And if you look at some of them, are old women. How does it work? Then asking them, they said, we wish, you know, we have some doctors, the witches, you know, there's a lot of witchcraft. And it's all witchcraft. And then when they were looked, what it was bilharzia. It wasn't treated. Since, you know, and the disease grew in their system. And the head, yes. You know, so some of these things, our people don't know. They just think of witchcraft. You know, because she doesn't talk to me, she's the one. If I talk to her, she doesn't answer, she's the one. So you see those things. So we have a lot of work to do in terms of health for our people to know what are they, who are they, do they know their status.
Yes. And if you read this story, even you will know how to talk also to children.
You see?
Yes, and advise them, because it's really addressed to children, but also addressed to us.
Yes.
It's in a very simple language.
Yeah.
Yeah, what to eat, what not to eat, what are the symptoms, how to prevent it, and so on. It's diabetes. I have another one done at the moment for hypertension.
Yes.
As well.
You see?
Yes.
So this is very important. And I think we also engage the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education with this one.
I want also to introduce this to you. This is also new story. This is right into the future about girls' education.
Yes.
And this is not who you are about gender-based violence
Yes.
between
Yes.
families and husband and wife. And this rescue Jacqueline about child marriage and marriage. So these stories I will send for you a draft for messages. You will put your message on it and then copies to distribute on this.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
So we are going to have our meeting in the State House there, where we have other people from Zimbabwe second. Yes,
And alumni.
Yes. And also the girls are going to have this meeting today and their parents. So I think
And doctors also, the graduates of the alumni.
yes, also, and we have their certificates ready.
Yes.
Some of them waiting to receive them, didn't want to receive the certificates.
Great.
Yes. So,
So,
they don't.
See, we need now to alert you now that
Yes.
the person can survive HIV. They go to clinic, get their ARVs, but collapse along the way from diabetes or hypertension.
No, doctor, I'm engaging some men only without women.
Very good. And
Yes. In infertility and also child marriages,
wow.
and also their health.
This is important.
And they have taken it so much, you know, because nobody, you know, like in our culture we say, there's no woman who can stand before men talking about issues like that, studied here in our country. But I've said, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not standing before you, but do you know your status? You will find one single man with diabetes, with BP, with HIV and AIDS, he has prostate cancer, but he has never gone to the doctor to see, to be checked. If he knows, he takes the tablets in his pocket, you know, at work, and on the way before getting home, he drinks his tablets, and people at home don't know what is happening. You know, the wife doesn't know that my husband is sick. What is it? He hides everything.
Because it's taboo.
It's taboo. You cannot, you know, so I'm saying to our men, please know your status. And also let your family know. And this is the problem that has happened to you. but they hide it, and they, if you see also, there are very few men who go for checkups. So I'm encouraging men to go for it.
Do you know when they will know that this is not a taboo? When we expose or we in the media, we give stories about young, strong men who already have diabetes. Because men, they think that when they have diabetes, it means that they are weak or they have a problem, and they're not men enough, and so on. But if we have stories of men, because now diabetes comes from children. Yeah. So it has nothing to do with the strength or so. If they see that in the media so many times, they will see that there's no taboo. It's normal. It's like I have to do anything else.
So I would like to thank you very much for all what you have brought to us.
Thank you, doctor.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.